Welcome, Gemini, to High Priestess Influence and to your general weekly tarot guidance. So this will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2nd through the 8th. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, or you may find none at all, since it is general. So just take anything that resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. And remember, never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own, Gemini. And also keep in mind that the cards are just here as guidance, not as predictors. And it is my intention to attract the cards and the intuition that will best serve those of you who actually view this message. And from the minor arcana, so far we have, I think it's 2 cards in the physical realm, 1 card in the mental realm, and now we're looking for the spiritual realm. So in other words, what's going on in your physical world, what's on your mind, where your focus is at, which is very important, Gemini, and a message from the spiritual realm, which usually involves advice or encouragement. And then from the major arcana, we will ask for, we have 1 card for the spiritual realm. And from the major arcana, we want the card that best represents the overall energy. And sometimes there's advice in there too. We have 2 cards here. Yes. Okay. So we want the overall energy from and we have it. Okay. So right off the bat here, Gemini, I want to take a look at the High Priestess reversed. So Gemini, I feel with the High Priestess reversed as though you're not trusting your inner knowing when it comes to big decisions, or I guess any decisions. You might be getting too caught up in your head or advice from other people, but you know what's right for you. Your body knows what's right for you. So it could be, for some of you, it could be your gut reaction, knowing what's right or wrong for you. It could be your intuition. It could be your heart's desire, okay, or your heart letting you know what's right for you and what's not right for you, okay. It could be the clarity that you gain from your experience, but I'm feeling as though some of you may be overthinking things and not trusting that inner knowing that your body has, okay. All right, so let's take a look at the physical realm here. We have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands upright. Okay, Gemini, have you been overspending? I just got the feeling that some of you might have been overspending on like partying, having fun. And that's kind of specific. So listen, Gemini, if this doesn't resonate with you, go check out your moon and rising sign messages, because I'm feeling like this is pretty specific right now, but it's possible more will come to me as I talk it out. But yeah, it may be that some of you have not been good with money lately. Maybe overspending on things, on having fun. But I'm also feeling compelled to say that the attitude with which you spend this money matters, Gemini. So if you have overspent, or you've spent a lot, or more than you usually spend, or more than you think you should spend, if you spend a lot on having fun, on positive experiences, on things that bring you joy, make you laugh, just are a lot of fun for you. If you have fun in the spending of the money and you are in vibrational alignment with it, I feel compelled to say that there's nothing wrong with that. If it throws you out of alignment, if it makes you, look at the balance in your bank account, so to speak, for example, and say, oh no, this isn't good. I have done it again, or I've overspent, or what have you. If it throws you out of alignment, then yeah, it's not the right move for you. So, in other words, if you are spending a lot of money on having fun and you have no trepidation about it, then it's not an issue for you. But if you cannot be in alignment with it, then that's what makes it an issue for you. So I can relate to this personally, Gemini, as someone who has had a bad relationship with money. And even though my relationship with money is improving, depending on how far I would go on overspending, on having fun, I could throw myself out of alignment. I could say, wow, that was a waste of money, or this, I shouldn't have spent that. That's not the way to spend your money. You have to feel good about it. Okay, so I just felt compelled to tell some of you that, Gemini, here's just an example, right? You go out to dinner. The check comes and you can afford to pay it. Instead of being like, ugh, God, look how much this is, which is something that I do. Don't do as I do. Do as my intuition says. Okay, so if you feel that way about it, you're just perpetuating a bad relationship with money. What you want to do is look at the bill and say, wow, this is awesome that I can pay this. I feel prosperous just knowing that I actually can buy, that I can pay this bill, that I can go out, have a nice dinner, have a nice time, enjoy myself, and I can afford to pay this bill. In fact, Gemini, if you can say that about all of your bills, wow, I partook of this service and I can afford to pay for it. Isn't that nice? So if you can not just say that, but even get the feeling of it, like feel it in your body, like, wow, I can afford this. I can afford this. You can improve your relationship with money. So even if you didn't overspend on having fun this week, you may find yourself resonating with that message that I just gave you. So again, it's my intention to attract the cards and the intuition that will bring you the right messages. So even if the specifics of not overspending, on fun doesn't apply to you, it may be that the financial message does. So that's even interesting to me, Gemini, that this would come up, yet I think that message is applicable to a lot of us and our situations, including me, and I'm not even Gemini. So in your mental realm, with the Ace of Swords reversed, yeah, some of you may have needed that message to kind of like turn the Ace of Swords upright. In other words, to kind of gain clarity on what I'm feeling for a lot of you is a financial situation or a financial experience, Again, the specifics will vary for each of you, but, like I said, for some of you, this could be, an expensive dinner. For others, this could be a big vacation. Or for others, it could be an expensive television or car or who knows. But even if it's not something specific for you this week, I feel as though with this Ace of Swords reversed, I'm feeling as though there was maybe a lack of clarity You know what I'm feeling? As though you weren't even aware, some of you, of your negative relationship with finances, with money, with prosperity or wealth. And that it's all about turning this Ace of Swords upright, giving you that clarity and allowing you to move forward, to move forward with a new understanding that can actually have unlimited potential and possibilities for you. Yeah, I'm feeling as though moving forward, turning this Ace of Swords upright, moving forward with a new understanding and a new clarity as far as, your relationship with money can have what's the word I'm looking for? Like growth, that's not really the word. Like ramifications in a positive way beyond, that's a word, ramifications, beyond what you can even believe or imagine, Gemini. Wow, that's pretty powerful. And also, if you can start trusting your inner knowing. So in other words, if going out and spending too much money on something or on yourself and enjoying yourself feels right, then you don't want to second guess it. You don't want to let the mind creep in and start chastising you or making you feel like you made a mistake. You really want to keep the vibration high and, enjoy this. The Knight of Wands for me is a card of fun. The Knight of Wands always makes me feel, it gives me a similar feeling to the Sun. It makes me feel like going out and having, an adventure, enjoying myself, having a good time. And if you can maintain that focus of having a good time, in other words, maybe if you can put the Knight of Wands on top of that feeling of overspending and let that feeling go, and if you can turn this Ace of Swords upright and now have a new clarity moving forward as far as your relationship with money, then that new clarity, that new understanding, that new knowledge about how your vibration regarding money matters can have long-lasting ramifications, positive ramifications that you can't even fathom at the moment. And in your message from the spiritual realm, I really love the Page of Cups here, because I'm feeling like you will be surprised at what it can bring. You will be delighted by what it will bring, right? I mean, look at the fish that pops out of the cup there. That's unexpected. That's a surprise. And it's kind of like a fun, pleasant surprise. Well, I guess, I don't know about a fish in your face, but it's like prosperity, right? It's like prosperity showing its face, jumping out at you, surprising you, delighting you. And I really think that this is, I feel like it's kind of like a fresh start for some of you. I feel like this is a fresh start for some of you. If this does resonate with you, you don't have to tell me specifics about your financial situation, but I would be curious to know if you recognize yourself in this as someone who has had that lackful relationship with money, like myself, and now you feel a new clarity moving forward. You feel like you can have more fun with it and relax into it and enjoy it without worrying, because there's always more to come, and that it matters how you spend it, and that going forward, you can expect to be pleasantly surprised. I feel as if there are new, unexpected, again, the word ramifications for you moving forward. I would love to know, my dear Gemini friends, if this message resonates with you. And even though I'm not Gemini myself, this is definitely a universal message. And I am going to try to join in with you and take this message for myself and improve my relationship with money. It's not that I have a specific incident at the moment that I'm not relating to, but I do recognize this in myself in general. And it's probably my toughest topic to get into alignment with here. So if that is the same for some of you, that would be very interesting to know. And also, let's turn the High Priestess upright too, Gemini, and start trusting your internal decision-making mechanism. Trust your gut or your intuition or your heart or your clarity that your experience and wisdom brings you. Start trusting yourself. Okay, Gemini, I want to thank you so very much for being with me. If you'd like to support this channel, do me a favor and just give it a like, give it a thumbs up, even subscribe if you want to. But either way, again, thanks for being with me, and I hope to see you back here again next week, my wonderful Gemini friends. Have a fabulous week.